Now we would like to invite the first lead keynote speaker from SIX. May I invite Associate Professor Dr. Pakorn Priyakorn, the Director of the Halal Standard Institute of Thailand, in topic Development of Halal Standard for Halal New Products and Services on the stage.
Can I begin now? You are going to introduce myself?
Yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wabihi nasta'in. Dr. Makta Haji, Deputy Director of Halal Institute of Prince Songkla University in Pattani. Professor Dr. Hamza, who is very helpful to organize this very important conference. Colleagues, friends, and particularly those young scholars, and of course for the business leaders from so many provinces in Thailand and speakers from all over the globe, as I know. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My privilege, in fact, to be selected as a keynote, which is very, proud to me to be a part of this important conference. First, my sincere congratulations and appreciations go to a lot of people and in Halal Institute of PSU, and particularly the president of PSU, which I know him very well. I would like to say that this type of conference is, of course, is a part of life of the university. The university cannot be stand up right at the forefront of the society without having a part of research and development, particularly on part of halal products and services. I am the director of Halal Standard Institute of Thailand and have been working together with so many organizations in this part of the region, and particularly international community throughout. So I hope some of my keynotes may be useful and helpful for not only university intellectuals, but also those Islamic scholars, or we call them the ulama. Because regarding halal business, halal economy, halal society, or halal for all, we have to work closely together with everyone. About the outline of my presentation, of course, we will touch upon the importance of standard and halal standards in particular. And we have to know that the paradigm shifts and fast growing of global halal market nowadays shift from halal food to new halal products and services. In this case, the development of new halal standards for new products and services under ASEAN community, under GCC, and most important of all is under OIC, which they have one of the biggest halal standard institute called Standard and Methodology Institute for Islamic Countries. My appeal to you all is that we have to work collaboratively in terms of doing a lot of research and development together among Islamic scholars and university intellectuals for the growth of new standard, a new standard of new products plus services. To begin with, I think it is very important to understand clearly why do we have to have standard. Why not? How we are going to do if we have no standards? I would say you cannot do anything at all without the so-called standards. Standards are everywhere at the moment and plays an important role in the economy. That is for business. We have to put somewhere here. I'm sorry for forgetting about that. Repeat it again. Standards are everywhere. You go everywhere, you can see the logo or the marks of standard, particularly in the new economy, the new social economy. Of course, it's facilitating business interaction. Don't forget that we cannot do anything without interaction with business concern. Enabling companies to comply with, I put it here, relevant laws and regulations. But in case of the Muslim society, it is Sharia law and ethical rules. Of course, we can speed up the introduction of, it is the core belief of this important conference, that is innovative products to market. And of course, at the same time, we need to have a sort of real action. I put it here, providing interoperability between new and existing products, services, and processes. We cannot say only a new products or services alone, because the base of the recent day products becoming from food for mankind or food for all, and halal foods is one of the major proportion of the whole international markets today. When we say the importance of standard, is of course it's a key to your success. In fact, any type of standard creates, I put it here, documents that provide requirements, specifications, guidelines, or characteristics that can be used consistently to ensure that materials, products, processes, and services are fit for their purpose. Again, standards are made by, this is very important, technical experts, whether they be the ulama, the scientists, the social scientists, the stakeholders, and of course, the government regulators, and are reached by the consensus among those stakeholders I mentioned before, ensuring that a high level of safety and quality of goods and services, while simultaneously encompassing state-of-the-art technology. I mean to say, you cannot run away from technology at all. And we have to bear in mind that Islam begins with technology. Otherwise, we cannot spread Islam throughout the globe like this. Go back to around 500 years ago, Muslim community is at the forefront of new technology at that time. The application of standards, of course, is voluntary and contribute to international trade. I say if you produce halal food products or halal services in this country, you have to make sure that consumers around the world trust that standard. Now we come to the two keywords. On the one hand is standards, and on the other is innovation, because today conference based on halal innovation for new products and new services. Standard, of course, form the basis for introduction to new technologies and innovations. I mean to say, we cannot put a lot of efforts in terms of developing technologies and come up with innovation as such without standard, and ensure that products, components and services supplied by different companies will be mutually compatible. You see this term, we use this term all the time. We use the term best practices. That is straight ahead into anything you want to put your all endeavor to develop those things. So, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the era of disruptive technology. We know that. That means in Thai we call พลิกโฉม เทคโนโลยีในพลิกโฉมทั้งหมดนะฮะ sorry for international scholar, because sometimes I have to use the Thai term for the normal people. พลิกโฉม So we live in the era of disruptive technology. Then we need to do wider range on research and development to come up with halal innovation. I mean to say, every society have to put more resources on those scholars, whether they be ulama or academic intellectual in education institution or research institution. Malaysia has done a lot of things on that. I know, because only 10 years back, you put a lot of budget on part of doing R&D for the society. Thailand now is in the era of Thailand 4.0. Thanks to the present-day government, try to put more, not only money, because money cannot go anywhere without human resources. Money has to be used by clear in mind of the people, otherwise those will kill back to the society. Standard become the first, and then followed by accreditation and certification. We cannot put accreditation or certification before standard, that is to say. We have to have clear standard backed by strong system of accreditation and certification bodies would help the halal industry in several ways without sacrificing much in the way of innovation. Innovation has to be a part of human being, a part of mankind. Innovation has to serve mankind, not to exploit the way of life of mankind, that is to say. Reduce confusion, reduce cost, enhance consumer confidence. That is very important. We have to know that we work for them, not for us. We work for the consumers. We work for the people. We work for human beings. We work for mankind. And we work to every created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is to say, we need to ensure the halal supply chain or halal or supply chain integrity, right? Now, I back to historical development of halal standard in the world, not only in our countries, because we are part of global community, even though we are living in local village. We cannot deny that. 1997 is the landmark for halal standard, when the FAO and WHO Codex Alimentaris Commissions adopted the Codex General Guidelines for the use of the term halal. That means halal standard is the particular standard. And we use the term halal from that time. We are not going to use like Muslim food, Muslim services, but we use halal. In Thai, we use ในเมืองไทยเราก็ใช้ฮอนกคูกสระอาลอลิงสระอาลอลิงเป็นศัพท์บัญญัติของโลกนะครับ Absolutely, it was the first halal food code based on Islamic principle and ethical rule. You have to put ethical rules covering the whole halal food value chain. When we use the term value, that means we have to be very serious to create values for anyone concerned. In sum, the coverage of both halal and toyib became soft infrastructure of halal food standard in the world market. I use this term intentionally. Soft infrastructure. I don't believe that basic hard infrastructure can work well without the soft side of human being. Most of the countries, including Thailand, adopt Codex as the prominent basis in developing halal national standard. Thailand is a non-Muslim country, but I'm very proud to be a Thai because the real Thai government supports us all along the way to have the so-called national halal standard. Malaysia is quite lucky because you are a Muslim country, right? But again, we still work together, follow the Malaysian step because Malaysia is very successful on this particular soft infrastructure, so to speak. 1998, Ministry of Industry adopt Codex standard. 2001, the government started launching the so-called Thailand as a kitchen of the world policy. And halal foods have been one of the main menu in that kitchen of the world. 2001, Central Islamic Council of Thailand and Islamic of the province, Islamic Committee of the province was given full authority in running halal management system under this law, national law, Royal Act concerning the administration of Islamic organization, 1997. This is the first halal national standard. 2002 and 3, I think I rushed to one of the, because they say I have only 5 minutes left. I put in terms of the system we use as a symbol, Thailand 1.0 before. That means we moved before, long time ago, 1949. Halal status of products and service for Muslim consumer was judged by the opinion of Islamic scholar without authentication process and certification paper that time. 2000, Halal 2000 began in a long time as well, in 1997 as such, right? Halal status was verified by Islamic scholar of Sheikhul Islam office for certification paper. Halal 3.0, this is codex based, as I mentioned before. Nowadays we call Halal 4.0, in line with the national strategy in moving Thailand towards the developed society with really high income for the people. Thailand became the member of OIC CIMIC in January 2017, last year, after I have tried to work hard in order to gain accepted by OIC. From then on, Thailand has had full right to participate in all types of CIMIC activities, particularly the technical committees. Now they have to go to CIMIC headquarters around 4 times a year to work together with those for so many countries people. This is, if you want this paper, you can get it. This is the system of our countries nowadays. That means the SICOT has been accredited by CIMIC under OIC, right? But the situation changed, particularly paradigm shift in global opportunity. All global issues such as sustainability, environmental protection, and animal welfare. The potential growth of the halal industry has made it a high profit market to be tapped into, presenting a major global opportunity. I think Mr. Mann is going to talk in detail about that. So I don't want to go inside of this. But I am going to use this term. We are at the moment in the new competitive force. Even though we don't want to competitive with others, but others want. Then we have to do so many things. The global halal market has emerged as a progressive component in the global economy. Muslim and non-Muslim prefer to consume halal products, not only halal food anymore. And of course, it's also a part of competitive force in international business world. Now the term is used halal for all, not halal for Muslim, halal for all. The development has been triggered by the change in mindset of healthy food as well as the call for more ethical practices worldwide. Future of the halal industry will grow tomorrow. I don't know if you ever come across this cover story in the Time magazine. I am very close to the columnist called Carla Power because she came to interview so many people throughout the globe. And the term, the halal economy, used for the first time 8 years ago. And on the cover page, they put it here, from burger to banking, the Islamic fairly market is now worth more than 1 trillion a year, 1 trillion US dollar a year. How that is changing the Muslim world. But the number this year is not 1 trillion. The number this year is around 2.8 trillion, exclude the financial services. This is about the figures. In Malaysia, I saw one of the important cases. That is the movement of the company called Nestle Malaysia. And they gave a lot of halal fast fact on that, right? The stock market at the moment seems to be in Asia, South Asia and Pacific, like Indonesia, Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. That means if we try to put more effort on this, the country of ASEAN community can gain a lot. This is also, I saw because I changed views and ideas with Mr. Man who's going to talk about it. So I don't want to repeat it. Quite a big market. Quite a big market. From food to new halal products and services now. Halal has now expanded beyond the food sector to include the followings: pharmaceutical, cosmetics, in case of Thailand, of course, we are very familiar with this, health products, toiletries, and very, very strong also is tourism and related hospitality services. Other services sector components such as logistics, marketing, print and electronic medias, packaging, branding, of course, and financing. I don't want to touch upon that because finance seems to be more wider in business nowadays. Halal infrastructure such as halal science-based forensic laboratory, halal quality systems, halal digital technology. For the movement of halal standard, of course, I put it again, have to harmonize halal standard, particularly in your region. For example, Malaysia is the focal point on ASEAN region. European Commission nowadays try to form up that as well. UAE coming with the idea of International Halal Accreditation Forum, but still there's a lot of non-Muslim certifiers coming to be a part of them. But in the Thai case, we are the member of OIC CIMIC. So if you want to go deep down into the detail of OIC CIMIC, you can just access to their website. It's very, very clear about it, right? At the moment, CIMIC standards cover up from food, of course, guideline for body providing halal certification, guideline for the halal accreditation body, accrediting halal certification bodies. Just recently, halal cosmetic general requirements, general guidelines on occupational safety and health. In the year to come, maybe by the beginning of 2020, this standard will be completed. Halal tourism and related services, particularly as Malaysia tried to propose in the OIC, Muslim-friendly hospitality services. Apart from that, including halal medical services, halal logistics and supply chain management, halal management systems, halal wellness services, textile and related products, halal pharmaceutical and related services. Those are the steps of producing or constructing or issuing the new standards. In Thailand, I would like to sum up. We are launching different from other countries, that is setting up Halal Science Center as a part of university, one of the oldest university in Thailand, that is Chulalongkorn University. These are the list of what they do up to now, right? And as I mentioned before, if we have no research and development, we cannot support standard community with clear and trust standard at all. In Thailand, we're moving forward to halal innovation. This has already put in the new national strategy, which from 1960 up to 1980, right? Finally, I come up with appealing to you all. I don't want academic community just only sit here without doing anything. What we have to do next? In Thailand, the basic principle of Thailand halal management system is, we put it very clear, and the government accepted that. Sharia compliance certifies and halal science support. And the major signature of Thailand halal branding is well known throughout the world, and that's why Thailand was accepted by OIC CIMIC. They call Thailand Diamond Halal. This is branding, not halal marks, right? We have to have a positive strategy. We have to have a positive strategy and tactical blueprints to initiate new research and development platforms, and based upon the Islamic scholar or the ulama and the universities scholars in all fields of basic and applied science, together with all fields of applied social science. We need to, ladies and gentlemen, to have much more appropriate halal technology and feasible innovation. I don't like to use the term just innovation. We have to use the term feasible innovation instead. Last but not least, we expect to have more young blood halal human resources working continually in halal standard and accreditation bodies, as well as halal certification bodies. Need for your kind attention. The last part of my presentation is pronouncing what we are going to do this year. That means we are going to organize Thailand Halal Assembly 2018 on the theme, very new theme, precision halalization in bioeconomy era. This is a request from the Thai government. All of you are welcome. Thank you very much indeed again. Happy to be in Hat Yai. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much.